When Akira and his classmates are summoned to another world, everyone expects a grand hero to rise, but fate gives Akira the role of a mere assassin, hidden in the shadows, ignored by all. Yet soon, they'll realize the truth. The weakest one among them is actually the strongest of all. Now, Akira begins his deadly journey to uncover the dark secrets lurking within the royal palace. The episode starts with this great anime. Yes, my friends, it's Akira. That killer man tried to follow and attack him, but with very simple movements, Akira jumps from the top of a tower and targets him face to face. The fight was great. In the end, one of their swords goes silent. Then the masked man lunges for the finishing blow, but Akira dodges it with great ease. Swords then come out of the masked man's leg, but Akira parries them as well. Not only that, but Akira strikes him with a blow to the knees, completely immobilizing him. He is immediately sentenced to death by that great hero, Akira. On the other hand, we see Akira carrying out an execution on another man. The scene then shifts to the morning at school, where the girls are talking among themselves and with a boy. They ask him, "We're going to the mall and then hang out. Do you want to come with us?" He replies, "I'm very sorry, but I'm very busy with the student council. I'll join you next time." We know these girls are named Hoshoyama, Shiori, and Yuki, who is talking to you now. He speaks with her friend, saying, "Do you remember those silly jokes Sugimura used to tell during English class? I don't know if I was supposed to laugh or cry." Her friend responds, "Is that what's on your mind? You worried me, girl. I thought you were talking about a murder or something." Next, we see Tsukasa talking to his friend, saying, "I need to test my new bamboo sword." Everyone is busy talking to each other, except for that mysterious boy, who is holding his phone now. My friends, it's Akira. The other classmates wonder, has this boy been in our class from the start? They reply, "We don't know, because he leaves no trace. His presence is barely noticeable." At that moment, Akira was deep in thought. Perhaps something will happen now. And indeed, a few moments later, the phone screen changes, and then something very strange happens. It looks like threads, or a very advanced magical circle, perhaps, gathers the entire place. They then find themselves in a large hall, and a person comes out and says, "His Majesty wishes to speak with you. Please lend him your ears." Everyone is surprised and asks, "What have you done to us?" The one-eyed old man gets angry and tells them, "Silence, please." Then the king speaks, "Welcome, and thank you for your response from your distant world. Yes, my friends, you have been transported to another world called Morrigan, and you are currently in the Human Ritz Kingdom, the largest state on the human continent. We are currently under attack by demons, but a hero from another world is the only one capable of defeating the demon lord." Some rejoice, saying, "Are you serious? Are we in another world now? Adventures, heroes, powerful abilities, a guild? It looks like a dream." The king assures them not to worry, that it is the truth. "Now, we wish to discover the hero among you. There will be only one hero. Please, place your hands on this crystal." Indeed, everyone comes forward one after the other, but so far, we haven't known who the hero is. Their stats are very high. Yuri was level 1 and a magic swordsman. There are many others, a wind mage and a fire mage. As for the mysterious Akira, his turn has not yet come. One person's number is 500, one is 200, one is 300. Akira is surprised and thinks to himself, are these the hero's numbers for them? Well, what if they saw my number, my stats? Are they telling the truth about this so-called demon lord? I don't know anything about this world, and revealing my unusual stats now could cause me a big problem. But there's no way out of this. At that moment, he activates his conceal presence skill so that his stats do not appear before these people, as he does not yet know if they are lying. His friend had been talking to him a moment ago, but he looks beside him and doesn't find him. He looks right and left, then goes to search for him. We then see the old man writing down the stats and telling them, "We will prepare the equipment you need according to your class, and we have also prepared rooms for you to rest in tonight." Meanwhile, we see Akira, whom no one can see because he has activated his invisibility feature. He says, "I wonder what's going on." Not only that, but as he walks in the hallway, he finds that there are surveillance cameras. Perhaps they are watching them closely. No doubt they are hiding something. The scene moves to those dilapidated rooms that have not been cleaned for a long time. We see Akira sitting on one of the beds. Then he jumps up and says, "Are we really in another world? What a feeling." He climbs up very quickly and says, "Wow, the agility I have. I feel like I have high physical fitness now." He then hides his presence again because he hears some people talking and asking, "How are the scoundrels doing?" The other person, the queen, replies, "They are just children from a world without magic. They won't cause us any trouble." We know the people talking are the king and queen. The king says, "Excellent. Remember, no one should enter the castle archive. They shouldn't know too much." Meanwhile, we see Akira in disguise, hearing everything, but he still doesn't understand the truth of the matter. Perhaps their intentions are very bad. We need some time, and we will analyze everything for you. Akira talks to himself, saying, "What should I do now?" He even takes out his sword and says, "I can kill him now, without anyone knowing anything about it." The scene then shifts to the breakfast feast, a large banquet as if we are in the military, but the food is clean, not like in the military. We also see Akira talking to himself and saying, Should I cancel the invisibility and tell them what I saw yesterday, or keep it a secret? But how do I convince them of that? Then we see him listening to Tsukasa talking to the others and saying to them, "Listen, friends, since we came to this world, and they specially summoned us from another world to help them, we must indeed help them and defeat the damned demon lord. We must be united and help them for the good." Everyone congratulates and encourages him. After that, they gather with a commander from this world named Mithrai. He welcomes them all. He is the commander of the Ritz Knights. Pay close attention, young heroes. You will be trained here. After a month, you will enter a labyrinth to test your abilities. I don't think you have any experience now, and when our turn comes, we will do everything with you. Meanwhile, the scene cuts to Akira, who says, "What should I do? How should I act after learning about this major conspiracy against us? I won't be harmed or anything will happen to me because I'm invisible, and I'm also strong enough." After that, we see Akira standing by the fountain with the invisibility feature active. But that commander comes up and says to him, "Did I lose my mind?" Akira is shocked and says, "What's going on? Did I forget to turn off the ability, or does it have a certain duration? How did he see me?" But at that moment, the Knight Commander reassures him and says, "Look, buddy, my eyes are very special. I can detect thermal changes with them, and that's why I can see you now." Here, Akira didn't think twice and reached for his side to draw his deadly sword. But the commander said to him, wait, hold on, man. I won't tell the king or the princess, don't worry." Akira asked him, "Aren't you on their side?" He replied that the matter is very complicated. "I will tell you the details, but don't tell anyone what I'm about to tell you. I think you want to see the archive." Akira replied, "Yes, because I don't understand anything about this world." Akira agrees to see the archive because he knows nothing about this world, the magic, and the abilities within it. Saran knows that Akira's presence concealment skill is at its highest level, a segment where Akira says most of his other skills are at level 1 and he doesn't know how to raise them. Saran offers to teach him these skills. Akira replies that he still has to find a way to return to his world as his family is waiting for him, and asks if Saran knows how he can return. Sadly, Saran doesn't know, but he advises Akira to become stronger anyway. "If you die before you get the chance to return, everything will be in vain. At least I can help you become a master assassin." However, Akira doesn't like receiving help for free. Saran tells him, "You can repay the favor by telling me about the world you used to live in. I'm eager to hear something new." He extends his hand, and Akira accepts the offer. Saran then explains the current situation in this world. Besides humans and demons, there are also elves and beastmen races, and they all live on separate continents. Akira begins his training under Saran's supervision. Saran starts by placing some rocks on his back and making him lie prone on the blade of his hand, assuring him, "This way you will be strong. You can only raise your class by killing monsters, but you can raise your skill level through training." After that, the exercise becomes more rigorous, adding more stones, and Akira performs push-ups on only 2 fingers. He makes very good progress in the training. Later that evening, Jill expresses surprise that Saran pays so much attention to Akira, more than anyone else. Saran tells him that Akira is a very amusing young man, and his stories about his world are exciting to hear. The country he came from produced the very first hero. Furthermore, the boy's presence concealment skill has reached the maximum level. Cameras cannot track him. Jill is shocked by this powerful skill, noting that the only person in the world who can perform this technique is the hero. Suddenly, Akira appears and says, "I've been sneaking into the archive every night to read, and I found this terrifying book containing coup d'etat plans." Akira realizes that Saran wrote it himself, made it look like a recipe book, and hid it in the archive. Saran knew that Akira would eventually find it. Saran says, "Our king is completely incapacitated. He's ready to pay a hefty price to change the laws of our world, and we can't allow him to do that. However, we knights owe a debt to the royal family." Akira responds, "It became clear to me from reading it that you are trying to end his rule peacefully." Saran is pleased that Akira is so sharp-sighted and figured that out from reading the book just once. Akira suggests, "It would be easier if I just killed the king. Nothing ties me to this world. I snuck into his library on the first night we were summoned to this world, and he didn't even know I was behind him. Yet, I couldn't do it." Saran agrees that his decision was the right one. It's hard to carry the burden of killing another person. You may be an assassin, but that doesn't mean you have to kill. Don't shed blood, especially if you want to return to your world. Akira agrees, as he would disappoint his mother and sister if he returned home as a killer. Saran advises him to be an assassin who values life so that he can return to his world and family alive. And there is no shame in that. "I care about you very much, Akira, and I expect a lot from you. And I'm not just talking about your stats. You didn't follow the crowd after being summoned. You used your mind and chose the optimal action. Only those who have endured many hardships and overcome them all are capable of that." Akira says, "I've lived in the shadows since childhood, and no one ever noticed me. This is the first time anyone has praised me." Saran then asks Akira to help with his coup before returning to his world, and they will ensure it remains peaceful. Akira doesn't give a definitive answer, but says, "I'll think about it." In the morning, Saran informs the youths that they have completed a full month of training, and now they will go to the Great Cantinan Labyrinth. "Hold your heads high, heroes, for you are already heroes." Everyone cheers them as they are about to go fight in this labyrinthine dungeon. However, Akira notices someone watching him. He uses his concealment energy and ability and goes to find the girl who was observing him. He asks her why she is watching him. She says, "Just curiosity. Everyone treats you and your friends like heroes, but do you know what was sacrificed to summon you here?" Akira, surprised, says, "I don't know yet." The girl replies, "Discover the answer yourself." Before she leaves, the girl predicts that this is not their last encounter. Meanwhile, the scene shifts to the dungeon they entered to fight. The dungeon is full of traps. The youths and children begin to attack the monsters, fighting and defeating many of them. Akira starts attacking the monsters, then asks Commander Saran whether they should retreat or continue to advance, fearing for the safety of the children with him. The commander agrees with the idea and praises everyone for doing well in their first time. Then, Commander Saran uses his holy sword to cleanse the area in front of him of monsters. After that, everyone moves to the upper floor. They are shocked to find many very strong monsters. Tsukasa remembers when the girl gave him a smoke bomb to ward off monsters if he got into any trouble, and he uses it. However, suddenly, the very strong monster, a minotaur, appears in the middle of the smoke. Everyone is surprised that this monster is on the upper floors. What is a monster like this doing on this floor? Akira starts attacking it with powerful strikes from his sword, but his sword breaks. Everyone is shocked by the monster's toughness. Tsukasa tries to help Akira, but his arms are broken and he cannot move. He says, "I am the hero, and I must win. I must protect my class." Akira asks him to wait, but the hero, Tsukasa, says, "If I don't protect our class, who will?" Akira responds, "The hero's power is to save the world. We can protect ourselves, can't we? Isn't this what we trained for?" But the hero Tsukasa is very desperate and unable to do anything. A magical curse has affected his mind and spirit, and he starts speaking strangely. Akira orders someone to cast a spell on Tsukasa to remove the evil curse that has afflicted him. The girl performs the incantation, and the curse begins to fade. Akira continues to attack the monster in alliance with his friends and the commanders. Commander Saran begins to activate his holy sword and strikes the monster with a powerful blow. At this moment, Akira activates shadow magic to defeat the monster. Will they be able to defeat it? And will the commanders strike in alliance with Akira succeed? This is what we will find out in the next episode, so stay tuned and please subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to receive all our new content.